Gospel of John, Jesus makes 7 different I am statements. John chapter 6, verse 35 is the I am the bread of life statement. A little bit of context. In the background, we have Tiberias. This is the Sea of Galilee. We're standing in Capernaum, what used to be the ancient town of Capernaum. In the context, Jesus has just walked on the water. The disciples took a boat from Tiberias at dark, crossed over to Capernaum, and it's the next day. We see in verse 22 is the next day. The crowd follows Jesus over to Capernaum, and he makes this statement. Now, understand, he had just fed them. We had just experienced the feeding of the 5,000. They had just received this food, and so they're following. There's something powerful in Jesus' words, but Jesus is also feeding them this provision. And then he says these words in verse 35, I am the bread of life. Jesus told them, no one comes to me will ever hunger, and no one who believes in me will ever be thirsty again. He reinforces the statement, says it a second time in verse 47, truly I tell anyone who believes has eternal life. I am the bread of life. Your ancestors ate the manna in the wilderness and they died. This is the bread that comes down from heaven so that anyone may eat of it and not die. I am the living bread, verse 51, that came down from heaven. If anyone eats of this bread, he will live forever. The bread that I will give for the life of the world is my flesh. Jesus is trying to help these people understand that if they continue to consume what they think is best for them, then it will never lead to life. They'll never experience life. We have life, opportunity for life here on this earth, but also the future hope of heaven one day for all eternity, and it's only found in Jesus. And the question that we need to consider is, what will satisfy us? Who will satisfy us? Oftentimes we're making decisions based off of our feelings and the cravings rather than the word of Jesus. And I believe that's why Jesus boldly stated that I am the bread of life. And so today, will you allow Jesus to completely satisfy all of your cravings? Will you find life in Jesus? I am the bread of life, Jesus said.